blessed morning. I am having a blessed morning. Yes, I am having a blessed morning. I hope you're having a blessed morning. So, I'm here to talk about basically rapists, pedophile, and child molesters, and just being victims of this demonic, evil, twisted behavior amongst sick-minded individuals. I'm here to talk about that. And when I first started, not first started this channel, when I started getting my views and getting my subscribers, my aim and my focus was on victims and how I was discussing how that I'm going to build a network hotline and phone line for victims. So basically, I want to start a new channel, which I'm working on it right now as we speaking, of a channel on YouTube and all other major platforms of dealing with victims of the past and victims of the future, which these things need to be talked about, and which is plaguing our communities all around the world with this sick, demonic, evil, twisted way of life of touching children, raping women, raping boys, and how the music industry and all of these industries, these major platforms, give away of these evil, demonic individuals that's promoting touching children and disrespecting victims as they express themselves, because we don't have an outlet, we don't have a voice, and we looked down upon and shunned away from society and our communities as victims. And as a victim, and I am a victim, I want to start only members and those anonymous that just can express themselves. You don't have to expose who you are, just talk about it, comment about it, so we can have a dialogue. And also, for individuals that's trolling us, we're going to delete these individuals because we need a safe haven. We need somewhere where we can network and we can talk as victims so we can build a better us. So we don't have to run to drugs and alcohol and violence and murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted way of life of jail. I can use some of my tactics on how I overcame of being a victim and being a victim of being sexually assaulted by adult or by someone supposedly that you love, and they taking advantage of your innocence, and you dealing with traumas upon traumas, and the only way that you can deal with traumas by drugs and killing and just being actively violent towards society and blaming teachers and blaming law enforcement and blaming your parents and blaming everybody in your life, and you have not reached a state to put a lid on these behaviors from these individuals. Yes, I am starting a channel, I am starting a network where that it can be 24 access, and with the help of the creator and with his help, we're going to build this foundation and institution. And the money that I get is not going to see me sitting around with coats on, leather coats, buying cars and buying jewelry. All this money is going towards the victims, right? All this money is going towards new housing development for victims. All this money going towards new studies. All this victim is going towards lawyers that can help us fight, against these industries that destroy our families over and over and over again. This is going to be a long topic, and I will appreciate it if you share and like this dope content right now that I'm working on right now as we speak. A new channel for victims only, for rape, right? Child molestation, and being victimized and assaulted day after day, hour after hour. And it's going to be our own sanctuary where nobody judge you, nobody point the finger at you, nobody do these things because it is needed in our community. We don't have outlets. We only have hotlines. So we're going to build a family. We're going to build a bond. And then in the future, we can do events for all the victims that been, their lives been plagued with drugs and alcohol. This is needed. And I'm going to be the first one to approve this and do this. And I've been talking about this on this channel over and over again, being victimized, right? Children from 1 all the way up into 19, 20, 21 that's being victimized and taken advantage of. And we being placed in jail because we don't know how to cope with our pain of suffering, of being sexually assaulted by these adults and by these individuals in these industries that have power and money and can hire lawyers to get off from destroying children and taking advantage of girls and boys. We have to stop this. We have to kill this root of destruction of us. And if it doesn't stop, we have to build a network to talk up against this. We have to build our own institution where we could just come in and just talk. So I'm building a channel right now for only members. And then I told you I'm going to build, if I have to do this with my own money, I'm going to do it. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this for money. You understand this? I am doing this as a victim. I am a victim. I've been plagued and victimized. You understand where I'm coming from? I've been victimized. My innocence has been violated by individual that's no longer here. So these things need to talk about so we can begin to try to have a little life, a little light upon our life so we can be able to try to get past these traumas and depression so we can live a better life and we can start a family. Some of us that's been victimized, they don't know if they male or females. Majority of these individuals, innocence been taken. So they liking the same sex. They liking the same sex. So some individuals are here liking females and males. Your sexuality is all messed up behind these victims and behind these predators that took advantage of us. So we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. All right? It doesn't make you gay. It doesn't make you, it doesn't make you, you're not going to be shunned on this channel. You're not going to be talked about. This is anonymous. And then together, right, as victims, we're going to build a better voice. We're going to get our voice out there. You no longer have to be in the closet. You no longer have to be afraid. You have to find a little boy and a little girl that have been victimized. Find a little boy and a little girl that's inside of you. I found mine. So I'm going to show you ways and action how to actually, to get past and try to have a normal life of getting this image out of your mind, body, and soul. Of being victimized over and over and over again. Do you know how many victims there's been? And they just sweep it under the rug and go on with their life, being plagued with drugs and alcohol, and dealing with multiple men, multiple women. Their relationship is torn because they've been sexually assaulted and been victims all their life, and dealing with coping with the pain through drugs and alcohol, through violence and guns, killing each other. Yes. So I am starting a channel. I'm starting a channel, a new channel. So all my subscribers, all of my followers, right, it's going to be there. On this channel, I'm just going to deal with spirituality that we need. I'm not going to give this channel up. I'm still going to run content on this channel. I'm still going to get us to the forefront of spirituality, to worship the one creator, and also to deal with our pain and suffering and becoming victims and being victimized by society, any and everybody that's plagued inside these institutions with these gatekeepers that get off of destroying lives upon lives. So we're going to build a foundation, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is. This is not for no money. I don't want your money. I don't want no cash app. No, we're going to do this together and build a foundation. This is what we need to do. And this is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to start a new channel. I'm going to sync it with this channel so we can begin to do things rightly and correctly. Because on these platforms, you have individuals that have been victimized. They just don't want to come out. They've been victimized. An individual has been running up a bag. They've been running up bags. Money, 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 money. No. No. We need all the voices on deck that have been victimized, that have been sexually assaulted by these predators, that our parents let them into their homes and didn't know they was predators, that took advantage of their children. And the goal was to get the children at the end of the day. So we're going to start with this. We're going to network, and I'm going to build a channel so where that we can find sanctuary. Of course, I'm going to get connected with the government, because the government going to want to be a part of this. We're going to have hotlines. We're going to have professional people that was victims, okay? When these cases come up, we're going to be on deck. We're going to give our heart, mind, body, and soul, whatever we need to do to help the victims out. Because we're going to be plagued with violence and guns and drugs and jails. We need to build these institutions. We need to build what? We need to build a foundation of homelessness and everything, so these victims can have a home and be normal, a little bit of normal, and to deal with this dark entity. We don't want to deal with medication. Medication is not working for victims. You setting us back, setting us back. We're going to deal with the creator, the alpha omega. But if those that want to take medication, this is your choice. If this is how you want to deal with your pain and suffering of being victimized, go ahead. But we're going to deal with the Almighty, and He is our pain and medication that's going to get us through the scriptures. This is what we're going to do. We're going to lead by example. We're not going to add on to this with materialistic stuff and getting on here and calling people bums and ignorant and dumbs and calling people talking about you don't got this, you don't got that. I'm making this type of money, I'm making that. No, we're going to put this money back into. I don't need your money. Do you hear me? I don't need your money. All I need is the views and likes and shares, subscribe, so I can get the voices out to so many victims that's on YouTube and on these platforms, on automated platforms. We need to get this out. Please share and like this. I need for you to get this out. Young girl said, I'm a female. That's okay. All true. Young girl, I hear you. I hear you. I'm here with you. So we're going to deal with this. Male and female. We're going to have males. We're going to have males that deal with males. We're going to have females that deal with females. It's all the same thing, but we need females that have been victims that can deal with females on a personal level, that may not want to disclose their information and their deeper hidden secrets of them being sexually assaulted by their fathers and their brothers or their mothers and cousins, all that other stuff. So they can tell the females, and the females can deal with that, and the males can tell the males. But we are all the same network and family. Then we can party, we can have fun together, go on trips together. We even gonna try to have, certain things set up that we can drive to get to you, so you don't feel alone. So you don't have, feel like you don't have no shelter, you don't have no home. We're gonna build these things. Yes, I need you. I need you. All the victims. That's right. I'm setting it up. It's been a long time coming. I've been in here a couple of months. It's time to do it right now. It's time to take actions right now. And I'm not one of those brothers that be on the corner that just want to use your brothers for money to run it up. I'm actually going to put the work in, because I come from that background and putting the work in, right? Of organization and helping us out when the time is need, when the government is not there, when nobody's not there to help us. We have been met with drugs and guns and alcohol. Nobody cannot understand our pain and suffering. But I do. I'm a victim. I overcame me being victimized. Do I still suffer with these images? Yes, I do. But there's ways and actions that I know how to deal with it, so I don't have to focus on this. I'm always constantly moving. I'm always thinking of new ideas, new procreation that can help me get past the darkness and expose this murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted way of life. He has a lot to do with that. The devil, demon, demonic has a lot to deal with that. That's why it's his job from the age of 1 to 5, from 5 to puberty, which is 12 or 13. The girls even you know they get their puberty at the age of sometimes 6, 9, 8, 7, and that's when this entity start to take control and destroy us. So this is why everything is based on spirituality. Once we learn this, then we know how to fight this entity, because this entity plays a major part of destroying us, our sexuality, to get us to switch our sexuality. If you talk to a lot of these victims and you talk to a lot of these LGBTQ communities, a lot of them got sexually assaulted. They don't understand their sexuality, changing their sexuality. Yes, but that's another story. I'm talking about victims, when nobody's not going to take advantage of you and ask you for sexual favors or all this other stuff. If they do, we're going to let the Lord let go and let Lord deal with them. You hear me? Anybody, when this foundation start, this procreation start for victims, anybody try to take advantage of the victims that have been sexually assaulted, molested, and raped, and all these other things, they're going to be met with let go and let God deal with them. Yes. They're going to be exiled from our community and exposed for who they are. We're dealing with straight victims and straight facts, that people that needs to heal, that don't want to be on medication, right, by the government and placed in these crazy institutions. No. Yes. So please like, share, subscribe to this dopest content that's out right now, that's here, that's going to build a new channel for us. Victims. Yes. And we're going to deal with all victims. Police brutality. We're going to deal with individuals that have been in prison and in jail. We're going to deal with homelessness. We're going to deal with drugs. We're going to deal with that. But right now, we're focused. It's going to be a different branch. People are going to be dealing with different. We're going to build a major platform to fight back. Yes. A physical. Yes. We're going to build a major platform and a major foundation to fight back. What's going on? We're going to push back. No more we're going to enter these jails and plantations. No more we're going to enter the wild meat pens and jails, eating bologna cheese sandwiches. Because we don't know how to cope with our pain and suffering, because we've been sexually assaulted. No more we're going to deal with drugs, smoking weed, and alcohol, and shooting guns and killing each other. No more as victims. We're going to get the help that we needed, and nobody's not going to take advantage of you. Yes, we're going to be on deck. It's going to be screening, and everybody is going to be looked at as 1, 2, 3. There's going to be cameras and everything. Yes. And you're dealing with these victims, you got to sign. You got to sign a contract that says that you're going to be recorded to deal with these victims. Yes, to go in there, because these are victims. They sensitive. So we need all this on deck. Even those that dealing with traumas, dealing with depression, all of this, all of it plays a part of the destruction of structuring our civilizations of victims. We're going to deal with all of this. Yes. So please, get the information out, get it out. I'm about to start the channel. I'm working on it right now. And once I do that, and I'm going to give you the information, I want all my subscribers to subscribe. Let's get it out. If we have to start from the bottom, we start from the bottom. It's fine. It's fine with me. We start the network. Peace, y'all. Later.